Nine kagira introduction na nyimbo ciake no riu ni ndikiri muini, so I don't have my own music that I can play as an intro. No ndikiugire ucio ni Njenga wa Muthaka Njenga wa Muthaka ni mubui wa mbari ya mbu idete andu Njenga wa Muthaka ni ndetwo ni andu. Terms and conditions apply. No nginya ukikingira bypass ugakingira na adabu. Trailer yokite no. Trailer load. Ngai makiari horo wa trailer load of girls. Korea to Shabarangs na musician. Shout out to Shabarangs. We need a trailer load of girls. Now, wasemania na mundu ukamwita Scarface aka aihurite ile mothio, ni mundu wanaguthwo wanatihio, ni mundu wanaguthwo wanagaragario. So by default unaona amechapwa na idhaa aka ni Scarface. So weno iheane ngerekano na kindu gigwitwo ubwa koko, wasemanagia na ngui ni umenyaga ubwa no ni ubwa koko kuringana na uria hunyukite kana kuringana na uria ina ile mothio. Ni ngui thie kihuragwo na mahiga ni mwenderi, ni ngui itari mwene, ni ubwa koko. No kire magui mangi maigagwo nyumba magaikara wega, ni makiria ni ma soul group, ni ma nyamu ma soul group. Nikiruga ni domesticated aka it's a domestic. Let us settle our domestic affairs. Okay, these are domestic issues. Ni maundu ma mucie. This is a domesticated animal. These are soul group animal. Ni undu wa domestic. Okay. Gikwira nyamu cia munyicie nikio nyamu yo nginyera gukuira magongona. Okay, weuga ni domesticated animal. Na tukiari horo wa muci twaragi horo wa maundu domestic. These are domestic stories aka hizi ni maneno za nyumbani bana. A domesticated animal, mahio, bori, whatever it is a domesticated animal aka it's a domestic, it's a family. You are related as a soul group, as a spirit. Nikio arutiro igongona ni nyamu, bori, thenge, ndurume, kindu yothe kiraruta muoyo. Nikio kindu kiu kiraheana muoyo wakio kiringithanie na muoyo ungi waku. Nikio retwo domesticated animal. Ni maundu domestic, ni maundu ma mucie. Nikio riria muraruta igongona murero kindu kiu muraruta igongona kiambe kirare mucie. Ni mwararania kiu ni kiraro, ni oka ni athuma kiugo kianyu, ni ya mea bibi kana kirie kumea kana ya thuguma. Wewe igoro wa guthuguma umenya ti guthuguma ku urona physically. Kirira gia guthuguma na gutua mata. Atumia nio mathuguma kihuyu, athuri no matua mata kundu kuingi nginya thigi na maundu mangi ta mau ni undu wa muthigi kurugama ta thigi stick. Now koguo riria wasemania na mundu huritwo cabin, ni ahurithĩtie cabin, ndari igego riri ni muhure cabin, ena black eye, ni mumunye njuiri, ni umenyaga atiriri uyu ni mubunjo, uyu ni mundu wa gukararia. Kwiri ahuragwo ni kwaga gukararia, ahuragwo ni kwaga to ni akararirie, ni ekiri uria gutari akararia ruwi mukaro, oya kindu kiene, ni aire, ni ahurirwo, ni atihirio, ni akirirwo thunguri. Niki tondu ni mundu ukoragwo na energy ya ngarari, tiga kuona uria ekaga, ona energy ria akoragwo nayo ya ngarari aka stubborn aka demonic. Why is it demonic? Because it is based on a desire. What desire? It is my way and my way only. Nikiora horo, we duonaga undu na njira ya mwanya. You play God. You think you are God. So you are playing God. You are playing a judgment. There's a yin and yang to everything. Everything is a parameter. Everything is about balancing. Everything is all possibilities. AKA, it's not about having one God. It's about having all possibilities. Because we know one God, one is individual. What is individuality? What is being an individual? Being an individual is seeing yourself as the only way. Being an individual is you showing us your ego. An individual is a very egoistic person. They think you have to see things their own way only. Yet, we know there's a masculine and a feminine in everything. AKA, even that frequency of God has to have a container. It's opposite. It's Satan. It's Lucifer. It's whatever you want to call it. It's Musukani, whether kumeta Musukani, Ewa Saitani, wa Motiro, whatever you want to call it. It's the opposite of God. Nikiregua, there's a God. And what is the opposite of God? Satan. So, what is opposing God? An opposing thought. An opposing feeling. A Satan. Something that opposes. Oyo ne jega wa muthaka. Jega wa muthaka ni mubui wa bare ya bu. Na ndi haha ngioka kuunga huu mjadala nguvu. Okay? Now I am proposing. Naunga huu mjadala nguvu, mjadala unaosema each one teach one. Unake ageuka oposa au kakauga atiriri na pinga mjadala unaosema each one teach one, usiumete kajinga hai. Mimi kutoka Kajinga High nimekuja kupinga huu mjadala, aka I am here to oppose the motion that it is about each one teach one. It's just a balance. Each one teach one. A debate, a coming to a conclusion, that we can see one thing in many different ways, aka many angles, aka many angels, aka many mentalities, that based on a parameter, a location where I am, we can look at the same thing and each of us can have their own interpretation of the same due to people, places and things of where we are, aka twarora ngai uri ari kuringana na kuria turi location guku kwi miti guku kuhana kuirima kwi njuwiri tuku heana ngerekano of the mythology na indo ici ci guku ati twarora ngai irio twikara na guku muthangai-ini ri tuku mo representation na sand dunes, tuku mo representation na building what you call pyramids, building those blocks. Tondu tutire na irima desert tugwika atia tugwaka pyramid yaria mena Kirinyaga makuthira Kirinyaga, yaria matari itwake itu pyramid ya energy point tera Kirinyaga ina cio angi maria na andu kuria kona iria mari gutiri andu matari holy mountains yao no hau tio tukiri nithayo. So mundu uyu aya wa muthaka tukwa uyu mundu ahurithia cabin. So we no usemanie na mundu na kuringana uria tihatihitio thio, kuringana uria agaragaritio thi, ukamenya mundu uyu ni wa ngarari, mundu tu wa kuiguithania na andu, mundu uyu ni athiaga muno ni is an opposer, ni oposaga muno, ni aiyaga, ni akaga, ni ahuragwo muno, ndendete balance, koguo anyuaga njohi yake urire akahurwo ni thi, nikihurite ndudio, ni kuhurwo ni thi, ni ona thi no kuhurira kuhura. Ukiuga wega mundu mundu ucio ahurite thi, ciragia ni thi uhuraga tari thi kuhuraga, mundu ucio ahurite thi, ni thi irakuhura tondu tutingikiona ukihura thi, no ni thi urahura tondu ureka mugaru no ria maundu mari. Riu we no guthina urathina, riu we kwanyu no kiriro, riu we kwanyu gutiri undu umenyekanaga, riu we watuikire wa kuigua ondu othe ni ndiraiguire, tamaka ndiraiguire Kamau, tamaka ndiraiguire, tamaka ndironire hati utiri maundu manyu mothe ni makumakania, hati undu mumenyaga, ti undu murangagira. Riu nyura no kuhura thi gukararia thi na yothe yugagwo Gikuyu yugaga atiriri ati nyenda thi ndiagaga mutegi. no bogo ndiregirana na hau no bogo ikio kire atuma yume no sa no kono to ukimenya urangiri wayo koguo we no hote kuragura mundu kuringana na igutha riria nario kuringana na gutihio kuria atihitio ukamenya ati mundu ni hard headed Bob Marley amainagira akauga stiff-necked fools. You think you are cool. Also, rest in peace, the frequency of Bob. The late Bob Marley, may he rest in peace. I don't know, may his spirit be exalted into whatever consciousness he went into, whatever frequency he was in, of one love, all the way to the point one love, then you are getting killed. One love, one heart, and then you die young, just like Jesus, because you think you can uphold love. You think the world is about love. Yes, the last time I checked, love can kill. I've seen people dying because of love. So you are calling on the wrong things. All these are frequencies. So love can work for you if you call it on the right frequency. If you don't know how to use that frequency called love, sit down. Go to the heart, peace and love and unity. Peace and love in the dance soul. Peace and love in the dance soul. And it is poverty. Hakuna kitu tuko nayo. The last time I checked, hakuna kitu we are manifesting as Rastas. We are not manifesting anything as Rastas. We are still crying, pain, wailing, crying, begging. We are not manifesting anything. So that means you are doing something wrong, Rasta. You are supposed to take charge of your rituals, of your consciousness, of your spiritualism, and practice it your own way. Not bring a fight to another system that is already standing up, but you coming up with your own way of doing that thing. AKA, you have the best lands in the world to grow your ganja hub, and right now your ganja cannot even compete with the American ganja. Yet you are known for ganja, Kingston, Jamaica, but you cannot even export that ganja. So who is weak now, Rasta? Who is weak now? You and your weed in Jamaica, and you have not created a multi-billion industry. Now look at Americans making millions and dollars because you took the fight to them in the wrong way, calling them Babylon. That's the whole system. You are supposed to come up with your own system. Everyone is practicing witchcraft here. Weak magic. Kuna mtu akona nguvu hii dunia. Weak magic everywhere you look. Weak magic. No charismatic gifts. You no longer have your charismatic gifts as African. Whether you call yourself a Rasta, whether you call yourself whatever you want to call it, you have no charismatic gifts. Otherwise, the last time I checked, the people who have charismatic gifts are selling you medication for made-up flus. The last time I checked, the people who you call a Babylon system, saying they are going to fall, they are still donating to you. You keep saying a Babylon fall, they are donating to you. You keep saying end of the Babylon, you are still going to their medicines. So who is weak now? Come on now. Wake up. Shout out to Mombi Serkar. Mombi Serkar, wake up, Africa. Shout out to that beautiful queen. You can find her on YouTube, Mombi Serkar. It's not what you do, it's how you do. Mombi Serkar, shout out to that beautiful queen. Just because of that anthem, wake up, Africa. You better wake up. Better wake up. Now, enough of that. Don't know any what now. What is this now? All you do is keep coming up with weak vibrational music. Weak vibrational music. Anabo like Sanso. See them communicate. Wings of a dove. You can't even use the magic of a dove. Rest in peace, Joseph Hills. Culture, wings of a dove. Beautiful. The message and everything, but still weakness. There's still no magic. There's still no how to take over the world, because the people who are ruling the world are using a book of titles to take over the world. The last time I saw, they know how to take over lands. They have already taken our lands. So they are teaching us the same, we are using the same technique to take over lands. Buy a huge land, subdivide it into plots. We learn from them. Okay? We are still using their ways of dissecting lands. We are still using their ways of what you call weights and measures. We are still using his acreage to divide land. We are not using ours. We are free. We have no systems. We are still using their system to cut land into acres and hectares. Who squared out the world? Did you square out the world, you African? Now you are busy saying I'm selling an acre. You are busy selling what they are selling. So you are still under the program. You have no charismatic gifts. You have lost your power. We are all demons, all of us practicing witchcraft. Weak magic. Everyone is practicing witch magic. Weak magic. Weak witchcraft. Everyone is manifesting. That is why we manifest weak things. Others are manifesting electric cars. We are busy manifesting borders. Poor African. Poor African. You are still manifesting this. This is what you should be manifesting. Herds. Because your location is about having herds of cattle. Heads of cattle. Usiwaru ni uko yotoga wa moboi. Wiki. Nisia oisio. Nisia jega wa muthaka. Moboi wa bari abu. Now that's wealth. That is real wealth. Not 50 by 60. 50 by 60. Eh, yagori 100 by 100. Ah, usiweke na ido ate. Ido. 50 by 100 ni ido. 100 by 100 ni ido. That's their program. We shouldn't even be dividing land like that. But anyway, how to otokere. Nedayo. So now, wakora ni hari itomi iriastoma modo igira kirohoine. Some of the reasons, some things have to be done spiritually. For example, some people will light candles. Others, they are going to light incense. Jegawa Muthaka will light many other things. Wakora ogiaragwatia ubani, what you call an incense stick. Ogiagwatagia musuma. Shout out to the Catholics and their rituals. Shout out to the Orthodox and all the people who light candles. Wewe ukora na nyune mureriko. Ni mwakoragwa na mwaki mukaigirira githuri haria ndara-ini ikaruta mucingo ucio no mwaki waku riu ni igongona. Okay? Now, vata wa igongona ucio ni uriku? Vata wa kugwatia kando. Shout out to all my witches. Shout out to all my wizards in the house. Shout out to the whole subconscious community. Shout out to you if you light candles for a prayer or even when someone is dead without even knowing why you are lighting a candle. Hiyo ni yako. Tupangwingwi. Now, why do we light a candle? Ito daeko ile page ya Jegawa Muthaka tutiaragiria maundu ma hapa kure. We like going deep, okay? We are spiritual beings. A spiritual channel, the most spiritual channel we will meet in Kenya on Kenyan soils. Ni mago kama package yodo gito ni makoretwo makirorera kirira kwa njira nyingi. Mena better cameras, mena better lights, mena better microphones, so they are going to come pick whatever we've been saying, remix it, package it in a better way and have millions of followers. But you are hearing it from the horse's mouth. You are hearing from God's mouth. You are hearing it direct from the frequency, unuttered, unoderated, live. Tikiraga guthia tukuvagwo na hau ati agando maikare riaga mavage chapter ya bethomo ati chapter K, chapter 7 of verse whatever verse ya bethomo. No, yangu ni live. Hapa ndio tuko. Ni sisi tuko. Sisi ndio tuko. Sisi ndio tuko. Sisi ndio tuko. Now, twakinya huko thibitari. Twabe turekie video soke tuigire. Okay? Video bele. Soul group mbele. Ingine yaliyopita sipite. Now, you find that when you are burning that incense, what you are doing is that you are expanding light. Nenyuma naga keki. Do not eat and teach. Unaona kwa hiyo yako. Unaona hiyo yako. Wewe kare. Oginya ni edeke do heavy, a little bit dense. I have to bring myself down to the 3D. Sometimes I be too high and the esoteric crowds and I need to calm down a little bit. So I need something dense. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you light a candle, kana ni murere shua wago atia, kana ni seju oya or an incense candle, The moment you set light to something, aka light something, no wagwatia kedo. Nikiweka. Dayo wa muthaka. Ngethewa wa boy. Shout out to you. Each one. Kangethewa wa boy. Hidio wagwatia kebiriti onogo ni riko muri andu amagongona nimumenyete kuragira ni andu ni marianagira mwina gaburi riria mwaringa kibiriti niki mweka riria wagwatia kando we gwatagia kando niki weka riria wagwatia incense sticks we munyu natumianga incense stick niki weka whatever you are using for your ritual na ni wamiringithia mwaki what have you done? So simply what you have done nikeki kwagira, you are extending light. Wagwatia mwaki no ni kuma na utheri onogo utima kuma na ndumari we wahura gibiriti no wa extend light. Now it's not the word, it's the frequency. You are extending a light as in LITE, no ahothia. So in the physical dimension where we are, you are omitting darkness. So what is darkness? Darkness is an accumulation of colors. When you add up all the colors, you get a dark color, a black, whatever you want to call it. So darkness, when you light a light, you are extending a light, LITE, making it light because it's making the darkness lighter. So you are omitting the darkness. You are chasing away the darkness that surrounds your altar, your church, whatever you're going to when your Peter repeated, thou shalt not hate on the messenger, thou takest the message. Mundu akiwa amuthakani wa mahekerera gia thiri muno enda ufungue kanisa yako. Now nitume hau hakugwatia maundu hekaro-ini yaku nituthi handu hangi ha gwika kindu gitagwo gukunja moko. Ni kuri mathia makunjite yo athigite moko haha niki ni atuika huri wathi he mundu uthiaga ugenda akuohere ona umwikaga oi pole boss, what is this? Oi. When you are bringing your hands together, okay, you are bowing down. Na nikionaga andu ingi meka uguo mekaga uguo, it is the biggest sign of humility. Ona mundu ginya giwiko ni kwinyihia renyihia. Shout out to Ruto. I don't care about his politics, but Ruto no na agiko na ndiramuhurira siasa na ni ndiruga mumu, don't vote for anyone if you can. Dathura mundu ekatia dathurana dathura mundu is it the blue pill or the red pill? Mr. Matrix, Mr. I'm so woke, Mr. Udhamaki Nevito, is it the red pill or the blue pill? You tell me. Are you Neo? Are you Morpheus? Or are you the Trinity? Hey, shout out to the Matrix. Now, just the other day, Pope ni arathire arakora mutumia iho, she's a black woman. Arathire amutureria moko, maru aramuhutia maguru. So there is folding your arms, touching people's feet. Ukaigua ati ararira nyariri-ini ciake. The Indians, they touch people's feet. Okay? Agiri makona bete na titeno ya ajaga wa muthaka. Agiri makona bete. Ukona mundu ekis. Nimekis pete ya Pope. Why? Because that is the deepest form of humility ever. Now, when you are being humble, nikiogwiraga jaga wa muthaka, I am not humble. I'm a humble African. No, I'm a modest African. Do not be humble. Be modest. Esoterically speaking. Munya mundu ngiathambia andu maguru. No ine kuga ati uguthambia andu maguru. Ucio mwarimu kiari ithe rucio. Ucio Yesu ucio ndari ithe mwarimu ucio mutonyi ucio. No ngicire. Autore atagwo ni andu guku ati kundu angithie. Too bright for himself. Now, the deepest form of humility is touching people's feet. Kuinamirira. Nikio wathi temple inamagirira. Nikio wathi kanitha urero inamirira haria mbere hena altokero inamirire. That is the deepest you can go in what you call humility. Now, humility is giving up all your ego. When you are humble, you have no humility. I mean, when you are humble, you have shed your ego. You are omitting any ego that you have around you. Now, what is ego? Ego is resentment. So when you're engaging in ego is just a resentment of the things that are surrounding you. So you resent them. So you show them your ego. Okay? So now you cannot talk with them. You cannot mutigewithania. You cannot mutigereanera. You cannot mutigisirira mogoda. You cannot mutigereanera. You know what I'm saying? You cannot have a relationship. You cannot have a sit down, a talk down, a relationship. Now, when you are showing humility, you are showing you have no ego. Koguo nikio wathie kuria urero wenyihie uinamirire unyithanie moko ni ego reheria na rukuheria ego yo ri you are showing that you are not resentful to that thing, aka you agree to its terms and conditions. Onogoro ti terms and conditions ya kure ni wetikira. Jugano anyita. Since is about a resentment, that ego, so you do not resent that thing. So you agree to that things with its all terms and conditions. So kigogona kiri othiaga ogeka maundu mothe ukainamirira aturia maru ukanyithania moko ukoragwo wekira atiriri nie ni ndoka ndenyihitie nie ndiri na ego yakwa kautheri gakwa ni horetie uko guo nie ndi hande waku. Because the deepest form of humility, it is bowing in front of other people, all the way down to begging. Mundu wothe wonaga ebega ya view umenye mundu ucio akoragwo enyihitie piu. Humility at its best. Tondu rathi akiritithĩtie indo ciake tĩri-inĩ hatiri kwĩnyihia kũngĩ angĩnyihia. Ni kwenyihia kuri kũngĩ ũngĩnyihia tiga kwaga magũrũ. Ni kwenyihia kuri kũngĩ ũngĩnyihia tiga gũthio tindĩkĩtwo ũheagwo kĩoro. Ni kwenyihia kuri kũngĩ ũngĩnyihia nginya no ũhũrĩrwo nguo. Everything is deep and everything is spiritual. You have to understand. And nikio sometimes ona kwena cionje utagirwo ni guteithia. Be very careful even with the people you give your money to. Cripples. And you can do an experiment. Let us suggest cionje igire. The experiment. Hari ogeragira oi hakona cionje igire cihanaine. Yani kira ni ukiwe na kira ni ukiwe. Uthi uhe kimwe mbeca muthenya umwe utinde. Muthenya ungi uruge uthi uhe kiria kingi mbeca utinde. Wona ni muthenya uriku utindaga uru. Nikio nje kiri kuhea mbeca ugatinda uru na nikio nje kiri kuhea mbeca ugatinda wega. Ndakwe experiment uthi wikire. Na kupea experiment uge wa muthakanio ndiuga nigu ndakwe uthi ucarie cionje igire uwe. Rucio rurake ugathi ona ti mbeca nyingi. It's about the giving. No kamuhe roho safi ro muhe roho safi ndukana atiki wathi umuhe ona ngori experiment ukamuhe kege vau wewe thiire muikirie gakaba kundu wethire tinda muthenya waku ni andu kuririkana muthenya te he andu heanire mbeca hindi ngi ukigera hau ri uruge kiuririkana kiria kingi no hindi ukigera hau ni ukaririkana muthenya ucio uria watindire wona giki ukahe kiria kingi mbeca wone gwi suggest heagwo mbeca wone kwi andu tagio ni kuhe mbeca wone kwi andu tagio ni gutumira mbeca even at their weakest. Ati mundu ucio wamutumira mbeca wamba ukaharataki mundu ucio wamutumira mbeca onda kuhutia thi na rimu no ndå wa set a pattern no ĩndĩ ciothe akũrĩanaga thĩinĩ wa mũteithia nĩ ũhoro ũkoraga we ahana icio wa mũnengera ta ciuma na mũkanda no ndũrĩ weka rĩu ndĩrakwĩra I'm giving you an example. Spirits don't play. Now, another ritual ngĩona mũndũ enayo nĩkĩo ciĩtĩrwo superstitions kĩhũrwo na ndini nĩ ũhoro wa kũhe ngomi irio. Ngomi cikũnyitithanagia na kĩndũ gĩtagwo a karmic bond. Now, that karmic bond nĩ endaga kũrengwo tondũ we wagĩthi kwa ngomi njigũ kana ngomi nyũmũ ni ndagĩtuo gũkũ tũrĩ arũrĩra rũmwe nĩ tũrarĩanagĩra no hukũrĩ no rĩ nĩ ya gũkumagaria tũrenda closure. We want closure from you. Wethi bũrũri ũcio ithuĩ tũtigwo gũkũ kahũkũrũ gaka rĩ nĩ ya gũkumagaria. We are helping you to move on. We are helping you umagare ogo nĩguo tahuma na thirĩ rĩ ndũkĩrĩa kahũkũrũ gaka ũthiĩ we kethire gũkũ ngĩ gũkũ nĩgetha ũrenge karmic bond ĩyo. Angĩ meka na mahoya mũgĩkũyũ ndeka na mahoya. Nĩ thayũ nĩ ũguo tu nyuma naguo nyuma na maũndũ maingĩ. The light is fading. I'm back at the hospital. Naona kũrĩa so nyingĩre gũkũ thĩinĩ Be careful of the water you drink. Ĩno nĩ thibitarĩ ĩhũrĩte arwaru aka andũ marwarĩte thĩ magĩte gwa gũthi matiramenya anja magoka kũrorwo nĩ ndagĩtarĩ nĩkĩ kĩramagia. Andũ marwarĩte makaranjũa makeyanĩka nĩkĩo maraheana nginya kĩoro kĩrorwo gĩthomo nĩ kũramarĩa. Nĩkĩo marathi nginya kũrorwo rabu harĩa haramatura nĩ hamarigithĩtie magoka kũrĩ ago metagwo ndagĩtarĩ. Koguo gũkũ ndoka kũihũrĩte arwaru andũ maciarĩte andũ matarĩ na anja andũ matoĩ kũrĩa makũruta anja nĩ maheagwo maĩ makoragwo gũkũ. Koguo maĩ marĩa makoragwo gũkũ matindaga makĩrekondi arwaru andũ aya mokire kũrwara. So I drink my water before I leave the car so that when I go inside the hospital I don't drink water from the hospital because I understand what water is. AKA I don't manifest an illness, a density out of the hospital because of what the water has recorded. So I drink my water in a white bottle light that was in my car with my intentions so that when I go to the hospital I don't get thirsty. Nyona nginya mũgĩthi thibitarĩ kwonereria maĩ cuba atĩ nĩona kwĩna dispenser. Dispenser nĩ yakwa mist. Wewe nona vegita gwĩ kĩoro ndũgatige thĩna waku kũu. Nĩ vegi ĩrĩkũ yure ino ndũgatige thĩna waku kũu. Nĩ amakorwo na dispenser cia maĩ thibitarĩ. Mutajua magic nyinyi. Mutajua what is happening. Wants to be in your video. Let me bring into the video. Yarega sound yege no thayo. Kĩngũrehe ũgani wenda kwa andũ. Uka. Come in. Come into the video. Let's have a conversation before I go in. Be careful out there with the things you do. You can manifest.
Layo daw ako baka.
Iya. Layo iya kami layo.
Dia itara kamu apa ini?
Okay ya gudi layo. 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 Nama ini kati tiga kara.
Dia na volume yako. Dit ona itara kiko volume. Dia tidak kuigua. Kayak kimeon ngai todo are. Ara kaya me. Kaya me video ni dina pena ko live. Oh, deka.